Older generations tend to be shocked when they hear about somebody who walks away from a high-paying job. But this isn't so shocking, nor is it abnormal for the younger generation, Gen Z and millennials. They absolutely aren't tethered to a job just because of status and how much money they make. Case in point, a very popular video on YouTube right now I want to break down for you. It's called "I Quit My $350,000 Job as a Lawyer." Let's check it out.
For those of you who don't know me, I'm Cece. I went to Yale for undergrad and then Harvard Law. I've been working at large law firms called Big Law for the past 5.5 years, where last year as a fifth-year associate, I made about $350,000.
Wow. Okay, first thing, Cece's really, really smart. Okay, Yale at Harvard, hello. 5 years in, Big Law, $350,000. She's got the world at her feet at a very young age, but still wants to quit. Why?
Reason number one, I do not want the partners' lives. I love the people with whom I work. I respect them. I think highly of them. I cannot believe the practices that they have built for themselves. And yet, I do not want to be them. First, they work so much.
All right. Now, this is key right here. Now, this is where, again, as a guy who's a Gen Xer, the younger generation, Gen Z and millennials get crapped on a lot. And it really irritates me because they're no different than we were. They want a great life. And this younger generation, and Cece really is laying this out right out of the gate. First reason, which by the way, when someone gives you 3 reasons, number 1 is always the most important. All right, just a little psychology 101. And she's going, I don't want to be tethered to work. I don't want to be tied to work. I want a life. They're able to see that. They see life from a really fresh perspective, this young generation. They see the entire life in front of them. They go, I don't want that. They don't want to be tethered. They want some boundaries with work. This is good. Very good reason. All right, let's keep going.
And they are online at least one day on weekends, usually Sunday, but sometimes both. Even when they go on vacation, they need to check email intermittently. It was very common for partners to put up out of office messages, good for them, that will say that they will check their emails once in the morning and once in the evening and respond to things on an as needed basis. And you kind of need to do it. It's very, very difficult to totally unplug, especially as a partner, because the partner has their own relationship with their clients. Last minute client demands can lead to canceled plans and canceled dinners. I'm no stranger to the schedule, and although I could work these demanding hours as I was starting out, gaining new skills, all of that, I really can't work this kind of schedule nonstop for the rest of my career.
All right, so here's another example where this young lady's going, you know what? This is the way it's going to be. This is what the expectation is, and I got to tell you, even at the amount of money I can make, I don't want to be on call 24/7. Like it or not, this is a really smart decision by a young person because it's values-based. It's all values-based. It's valuable to her to say, you know what? I don't want to start this kind of lifestyle. And I think she's really mature in saying, if I get into this now and stay in this, it may be really hard for me to pull myself out of it. I applaud her. Very, very good decision.
Second major reason of why it was time to leave was, upon reflection, it was time in my life to take a risk. From a young age, I've always been good at achieving whatever goal someone set in front of me. I never met a ladder that I didn't love to climb. My parents immigrated to the United States when I was young, and when they brought me over, they stressed to me that financial security was of paramount importance. In college, I wanted to major in English, but my mom insisted that I major in economics.
Okay, there's a couple of things here, and this is now speaking to the heart. That first decision was really about lifestyle values. Now she's really revealing her heart here, and she's going, look, I've been an achiever my whole life. And even only 5 years into it, she's worked her way up until, I believe she says, a senior level in this giant firm. And she's going, it's time for me. When she talks about risk, I think she's really saying it's time for a challenge. I've always been challenged. I've met my challenges. I've climbed. And she's also mentioning her parents here and the influence. Hey, do what's safe, do what's smart. And that's the heart of a parent. But as we become adults, it's our heart we have to follow, not the heart of our parents. And again, I think this is really revealing as to why she walks away. And I hope you see this is, again, more evidence to why this is not a crazy decision. She's very talented, very smart, very accomplished. And it's her soul that's speaking to her here. And it's saying, we want to do something new. And she's saying bravely, and I think intelligently, let's go do it.
and like it would give me the opportunity to work on Wall Street after graduation. I didn't enjoy any of it. Ironically, the good thing about going to a school like Yale is that you could theoretically major in theater studies or really anything and still get a job on Wall Street after graduation.
Okay. I love her. I've been very nice so far. Bless her heart. And I mean, she's yeah, she's lived in a world of Yale and Harvard, and I get why they're very proud of themselves. Wonderful institutions of academia. But the reality is there's a lot of broke people with Yale and Harvard degrees. And if you're a Yale theater major, there's no guarantee that you're going to get a job anywhere. You still got to fight for it and win. So sorry, got to keep it real here.
And the third major reason, ownership. I remember when I was about to enter the workforce, my mom kept on extolling the virtues of being your own boss and having your own business. At the time, it really confused me because I didn't feel ready to have responsibility for anything. I was a baby lawyer who had only really done two things very well for their entire life: read and take tests. I didn't feel ready to have responsibility for anything.
All right, so here is, again, another heart reason. And this just plays beautifully off of the second reason that she gave, in the sense that she's ready for a new challenge, and she wants that challenge to lead to the ultimate legacy part of her life. And see, we all long to put our own stamp on the world, to make our own unique contribution. And in her mind and in her heart, it's, I want to own something. I want to do something on my own. These are really good reasons. In quick review, hey, she didn't want the lifestyle of never being able to leave work at work. Secondly, she wanted to take on something new. It was time for something new. Her soul was longing for it. And then third, she wanted to make her own unique mark. And so that's why she quit her $350,000 job. And I got to tell you, I applaud her, because this is a young lady who knows who she is uniquely. And I think she's on her way to doing some really incredible stuff. Way to go.